now. It's about that time.
Pre-record on my count. 7, 6, 5, 4. Here we go, Roger.
On Insights, two eyes in the middle. INSiiGHTS, where we always talk the talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mickey Clayton, the coach, and the fantabulous, extraordinary, out of the ordinary, explicitly well-written and well-versed, intelligent reporter favorite in there somewhere, Rick Brown.
What's happening? Happy New Year, Coach. Happy New Year, Insights family, fans, haters, all of you guys. I'm back. I know y'all miss me, but thank you to Earl, Big Bang Hank, for holding it down last week. Did a great job. Great show last week. Should be worried. Don't get too comfortable in that chair there, Hank. Don't do it, son. Don't do it. But I'm glad it was a great topics too. Always good when you talk about COVID. So
and especially with what you went through personally, you know better than anybody.
For sure. Yes, indeed. And it affected the whole household. And you got to do some maneuvering when that happens. I mean, especially if you get it at different times. It's crazy. So
yeah, that show was, it was a little different for us. It was a lot more serious. Wasn't much joking and playing in there on it. A lot of comments and feedback on that show from people telling us that they really appreciated the message that we sent out on that show. And one of the things that was pretty well consistent was people's response about the dads in that show and how the fathers were about their parents. I mean, I had a lot of people comment to me about the part with Morris Scott and his son, and he wasn't gonna let his boy be upstairs by himself, and he went upstairs with him. And again, one of the things that we really try to stress is the Black family and these fathers who are there with their sons and their daughters and helping to raise them. And he just said he was not going to leave his son by himself on Christmas. And I had somebody call me and tell me that they actually had a tear. This is another dad said he just got a tear and had chills when he listened to Coach Scott talk about that, because he said that he probably would have done that with his own son. But the fact that, that's what Morris did, and, like it wasn't anything else to do for him but to go be with his son during that time.
That was that. I got a lump in my throat when he said that. It was when I heard him say that. I didn't hear him live, of course, but I mean, I joke around. I'm saying, yeah, I'll kick my sons out of this joint, bump all that, but they're from us. and no matter how you slice it, and you have to. I mean, you do anything for them, really. I mean, and if they're down and you feeling helpless, oh, whew.
And the fact that he said how literate his son was, and you never really think about the effect when COVID-19 started in 2019, and they're listening to all these people at the time that were dying from COVID, and a little child at 5 and 6 hearing this, he's even more intimidated by COVID, not knowing what's really going on, and then Judge Miller and him sharing what he went through. And I had some calls on that people said his way of handling it with his family and talking to his family like he did through the process, said that they really set and laid the groundwork for some of them in terms of the fact that they hadn't talked enough about it. And, even on that, footnote to that, COVID-19 was not through with either family. So there's more to tell in the stories, but that would be a story for them to tell. It didn't stop just because of them doing the stories. But we really do appreciate the number of people that really responded to the show that we did on COVID-19 and how it affected the families. I mean, and in each case, we had a real family. We had a mom and a dad in there trying to raise their children, different age groups, but trying to raise them. So we were, like we said, we missed you. We're glad you're doing better. We'll have a real interesting show for our people tonight. But we also have gotten a little bit, kind of back in the swing a little bit, doing some games. And we did a game last night that really was.
When she needs to be the primary ball handler in these situations.
Simple. It's records. Like we know whatever happened then, it ain't gonna happen today. So we are.
They're the team to beat in this area, so we're definitely gunning for them tonight.
Nice pass to Bowen.
And that game is actually being shown on INSiiGHTS YouTube. Just to give you a little background, Florida High has been one of the more dominant women's teams or girls teams in the area. They have a young lady who's been killing everybody around here, who signed early to go to Auburn. Then assistant coach at Florida State, his daughter's also on that team. She signed early to go to Georgia Tech. They've been to the state the last 2 years in a row as sophomores and as juniors. Rickards is always Rickards. They played earlier in the year in December. Florida, the game that everybody wanted to see, Florida State beat them by 41. Nobody beats Rickards like that. Last night's game was a tie game with a minute and a half to go. It was a heck of a game. And there's some young ladies going off to college, and there's some that's going off to college that are young at Rickards. So it's going to be interesting as this season unfolds. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week is back. Our women's games have been our most popular games. We're going to Thomasville Friday for a longtime friend over there, Coach Ben Tillman. He's being recognized because he just won his 300th game, and they're going to recognize him in the game Friday, and they asked for us to come. He's the only one that has a kid playing in the NBA out of the area. Reggie Perry is from Thomasville High. He's with the Nets. And they have a young team over there now that's pretty good. They got a 6'3" jump shooter. He shoots the shit out of it. Oh, my God. And he in 9th grade. Oh, Jesus. That boy shoots it. He's going to be a high recruit for them. And they're rolling pretty good at 12-2. So they're rolling pretty good. So we back doing the high school games again, and we kind of excited about how it's going.
Be careful out there, but on the real and not even joking. I mean, doesn't it feel good to be back out there? Doesn't it feel good to be there and seeing that?
It does. And we actually are so careful with games that we go to. We don't nearly cover half the games that we're getting asked to go to because a lot of times they're not in a facility that we think we can broadcast the game safely. So we don't go. And then we have other schools that are making special arrangements, and they're kind of blocking off sections for us to go. So we're not completely out there. We're just in games where we think that we could be relatively safe. Now, we did a thing on Byron Taylor last week, and once we started doing that, boy, I love our fans because they are really interested in that theme that we're doing, Rick, in terms of keeping them updated with some of these players and former students and where they are and what they're doing. And we got a young man that we interviewed for the show tonight. I will not say anything more about him because you probably already know about this young man. And the thing is now, if I can get it to come up. So if I could get it to come up, there's always some things. But one of the things that I will tell you about the young man is that he has worked with ESPN. So he always talks, he's so patient and understanding in terms of what's going on. Because he's like, Coach, this sometimes stuff just happens and you really don't have any control over it. So he's really pretty good in terms of understanding how that goes, and is real patient with us. And hopefully I can get it up and going here, which I have no idea why it's not coming up. I have no idea. But we will continue to work on it. I see some of our guys from the Pick'em crew coming in. We are always excited about them guys right there, boy.
Oh boy. Yeah. Let me go and get some yak here for us to put in this little beverage here because it's gonna be a lot of yakking going on.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You already know, huh?
Hey, as sure as my last name is Brown, you best believe there's gonna be some clowns up in here.
Oh Lord, he said it's gonna be some clowns up in here. Oh boy, Rick, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you today. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do something that I'm gonna put it out of order because I know that you did Recruiting the Legends for a reason, as I would say no more. On the
No, you're not gonna show that one, are you?
Oh yeah, you did that. You did that one for a reason.
When we talk about legends, one thing they all usually have is a desire to prove doubters wrong. On today's segment of Legends of the Game, we focus on one of the underrated defensive backs in the history of the game. Today we spotlight former Grambling great and Super Bowl winner Everson Walls. Most people only remember Walls for being on the wrong end of one of the most iconic plays in NFL history. Remember the catch? When Joe Montana in the NFC Championship game hit Dwight Clark for what turned into the game-winning touchdown and the play that started the remarkable run of the San Francisco 49ers. It was Walls who was trying to break up the play. What I forgot about that game was Walls was just a rookie and was coming off one of the best seasons for a cornerback. But let's go back. Walls was born in Dallas, Texas in 1959. A three-sport athlete, Walls was a center fielder in baseball, which translated well in football, where he was able to track down interceptions as easily as a fly ball, and led the district in picks his senior season. Despite that success, Walls didn't have many offers to play in college. But on a trip to Grambling, Coach Eddie Robinson was so impressed, he offered Walls his final scholarship. Coach Rob's gamble paid dividends in Walls' senior season when the corner led the nation with 11 interceptions. NFL scouts, however, were not impressed. Round after round, corners were selected in the 1981 NFL Draft, which had 12 rounds then over 2 days. Wall's name was not called. However, the Dallas Cowboys did sign Walls as an undrafted rookie, which was all the chance the corner needed. He ended up with an interception in his first game, which started to open up the eyes of the Dallas staff. In fact, Walls ended up with a Dallas single season record and league leading 11 interceptions that year and a Pro Bowl berth. No other corner would reach that number until Dallas rookie Trayvon Diggs tied the mark this season. Walls would shake off the San Francisco loss and led the league in picks again in 1982, and not only made the Pro Bowl in 1982 and 1983, he was named first team All Pro in 1983. Not bad for an undrafted rookie. By the time he left Dallas following the 1989 season, Walls had finished second in team history with 44 interceptions and 4 Pro Bowls. But the story doesn't end there. He went to the New York Giants, where they moved him to safety. There, he not only grabbed 6 more picks, but was also able to win the Super Bowl, where Buffalo's Scott Norwood went Florida State wide right, giving the Giants the victory in Tampa Stadium. Walls will go on and grab 10 more interceptions over the next 3 seasons between the Giants and the Cleveland Browns before retiring with an impressive 57 interceptions. Perhaps his biggest achievement following his playing days was when he saved one of his former Dallas teammates' lives. He gave Ron Springs his kidney. That was awesome. Wall showed throughout his career that all he needed was a chance.
Today we have a local Tallahassee legend. We have Grady the second. I don't know if we got to the third or the fourth yet, but we speak.
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Welcome, Greg, to INSiiGHTS. We appreciate you taking some time to talk with us today.
Nah, thank you for having me. This was a pleasure. You know, you looking down on people from Tallahassee and giving them a spotlight. So I really appreciate this.
Oh, well, Greg, the last week we saw you, you were dunking on people at FAMU High. Fill in all the gaps for us from there to ESPN. I know this has been quite a journey for you and quite a story, but yeah, I want the story to be your story. Please tell us what's happening, what's going on with you.
No problem. Well, I'll start because I did enjoy being in high school in Tallahassee, went to FAMU High. Graduated in '97. I got a chance to do what a lot of kids didn't get a chance to do playing for Coach Lang. Well, we went basically to 4 state titles, championships. The first one obviously being here in Tallahassee, and then the other 3 is when they moved the state championship to Lakeland. And we won all of them except my junior year. So I had a little bitter taste in my mouth my junior year. We lost to Miami Christian. You see, I still remember.
Right.
And then we obviously redeemed ourselves my senior year. So it was just a blessing getting a chance to have, those kind of awards to start out with, making all defensive team, all tournament teams. That, I want every kid to do when it's that time, push yourself to have that moment of getting a chance to be recruited, whether it be academically or to know that you have now taken the burden off your parents and now you have said, I got this. And I think that was my whole goal. I always told my parents they was never going to have to pay for college because I knew I had a focus of what I wanted to do. And so that's what guided me all through high school. And then, so out of high school, I went to Western Kentucky on a basketball scholarship. Played 1 year there in the red shirting, and then I ended up transferring because my coach was fired. You know how the coaching world goes. And so then I had a brief stint, which was fun, at Pensacola Junior College. So I got a chance to come back and beat up on TCC here in Tallahassee. And then after that, made it to Texas Southern University, where I finished out, started my last 2 years.
Everything's really kind of buffering and freezing on this end from here today.
As he said, shit happens. I'm gonna tell you whose fault it is, though, Coach. It's Lamb's fault. Period.
I would go with that. I would go with that. I would completely go with that. I'm almost scared to see how the rest of it'll go. But since he likes to claim, and he walking away from the camera, but he got his cowboy stuff.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Let me show you. Let me show you my real deal.
Lord. Lord, what the hell? Was that 99 or?
Look, can y'all hear me?
No, I can't hear a damn thing.
Yeah,
I'm channeling my inner Micah Parsons.
Hey, what's the 66 stand for? The last time the Cowboys won a game that mattered?
Oh no, that wasn't Mr. New York Jets, was it?
Yes.
What's up, gentlemen?
Oh man, hey, great to see y'all. Hey, we ain't got no buffering now. Everything we've done today has been on it. It comes clear.
Man, I came in. Y'all was talking about my boy Cubby Bear, Everson Walls.
Right.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Lamb. That was your Christmas present.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, he was sweet, man. He was sweet.
Oh man, the one thing we knew we was gonna have to put up with was the Cowboys' elation.
Well, look, we'll see. Hopefully, I still have it this time next week.
Nah.
What's up, G? Hey, what's up, Cliff? Corey?
Hey.
I know Les was here for a second. I know he's buffering or something like that, but it's all, he's with a team with no name, so it doesn't matter. So just joking, Les. Just joking, buddy.
Whatever. You and me in the same boat, so don't even start.
How are we in the same boat?
Used to be in the same boat. Let's just say.
Oh, the Wizards. Oh, the shirt. Right. Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, Kevin has sent me 2 or 3 texts. All right, he had a speaking engagement that ends at 7, but he'll be right on because he got a lot to say. I said, well, you're going to need to be on to say it.
That's your brother. That's your brother. I ain't saying nothing. That's your brother.
All I can say is I'm just going to shut the hell up.
All right, let's go. Hey, Super Bowl champion, fire the cannons guy. Are y'all the favorite still?
Of course. There's nothing to talk about. Until we dethrone, you already know.
What about Green Bay?
Didn't we beat them last year in Lambeau?
What about the Rams?
No, never. They're not gonna get past Arizona.
What about Lamb's team?
Thank you.
Don't go down the whole roster. I want you to explain to me what the story happened with Antonio Brown. How y'all gonna just cut him like that?
I'm just gonna say, man, we, like Tom Brady said, we supporting him. We wish him the best. He dropped that new single. It was bumping. That's my guy. That's all I gotta say. He got me a ring last year. We gonna take it.
They say, oh, okay. Since he did that last year, he's still good with you.
Oh, for sure.
I got a lot of respect for AB. I like it. I do, because I like a dude that just say, you know what? I ain't playing no more. I'm gonna quit. Like whatever. Like that's some 6-year-old ish right there. Like that's just like, man, this game sucks. I ain't playing no more. I'm out. Like I mean, like I'm going home. I'm going home. Like I mean, like I just I can't even respect that. like I'm quitting right now. Yeah. Not after the game. Not not at the press conference.
It was like deuces.
Not on Monday. I'm out right now. This exact minute. I am done playing.
How do you say that your ankles
like walking out the stadium?
How do you say that your ankles hurt and you do like jumping jacks walking off?
Leaving the field. Right. Great.
And then come back and say my ankles hurt. It don't look hurt.
He got shot up with some pain. He still hurt. He didn't say he couldn't walk. You know what I mean? Like,
man.
Yeah,
something
hurts on all of us every day, but we somehow get out of bed, right?
I just feel like y'all focus on the wrong thing. If y'all check the tape from the beginning of the season, I said 13-4. Where did we go?
Woo. Speak on it.
So, hold on.
I'm trying to figure out if you're trying to show us your house or what. We trying to.
My bad.
Trying to figure out, what you walking off through the house and showing us everything.
My bad.
And everything. I'm like, what is really going on?
Man, it's my fault.
George, I don't
need a beverage.
I don't know if you did say 13-4 or whatever, but you may have. But you also said that team from Texas wouldn't even score 10 points against y'all.
Ooh, thank you, reporter. Thank you.
You know what? You still lost.
Yeah. But you was down there shaking like drugstore dice. I do know that.
Oh yeah, I got nervous there for a minute.
Yeah. I had a song for you back then. I thought we was coming on the next week, but we didn't. So I had to scrap the song.
What was you gonna celebrate? The moral victory?
No. Well, I'm just gonna let you know that 9 points nonsense you was talking didn't make no sense.
True.
All right.
I mean, we saw that in the middle of the year, though. Before the last 2 weeks when y'all played backups, Dak was in the slump, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm not really a Dak fan, so I'm not gonna defend Dak.
Okay.
Right.
You're a Parsons fan, right?
But you know what?
Right?
We may be back down there next weekend, so we can revisit that.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please handle your business because we're going to take care of Philly. Y'all already know that.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to take care of Philly.
Well, Corey, who was that you were in favor of? Because you had made the comment that you said the Jets that they were going to get their heart broke. Corey,
what happened? What I said?
Didn't you say something about the Jets fans that don't put the hopes in that or something? Or in the quarterback? It was something about the quarterback that they were in love with. You said it wasn't.
Zach Wilson. Yeah. I got to eat that one for real.
I like that. I said the ownership was. I always speak poorly about the ownership. I like the quarterback. I like the coach. And disparaging about them. I felt pretty good about the season. I thought they played better in the second half of the season, which is what I young team. They're as figured I got young pieces, and I like what they did as the season went on. They kind of fought through Wilson's injuries a little bit. But, I was cool with the season because I felt like they got 2 top 10 picks coming up. A chance to get some player defense where offensively they improved. They were able to run the ball late. Right, Bucks fan? Run the ball well.
Yeah, you're right.
So, where Antonio that's why he's so mad. See, he's like, I want to lose to the Jets. He's like, I understood that. So, so I was fine. I just don't trust the ownership. So that's a change. The owner is awful, and as you know, Washington fan, if you got a bad owner, it could just show up at any time. Like it just could show up any week. So any week, any minute. So tomorrow he could fire the entire front office, and it wouldn't surprise me. He could trade Zach Wilson for a 6th-round pick. It wouldn't surprise me. It's just like that's how bad he is.
Well, doing well the second half of the season doesn't always bode well for you. You couldn't do much better the second half of the season than
That is a breast. It's white meat.
and he got.
Well, I mean, we could have done as poorly as Browns did the second half of the season.
Hey, I expected
Baker
that.
out there throwing 4 picks on a Saturday.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
You know what I'm saying?
And as sorry as he was, didn't we win more games than y'all? Okay, that's all I want to know. We had sorry ass.
Yeah, y'all a better team. Didn't y'all make the playoffs last year?
This is fair.
Yeah.
Didn't y'all make the playoffs last year? Where y'all at now? Now? You sitting home. You're sitting home.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing on week 19 that I am. Watching somebody else's team play.
Corey. Ask Mickey who had the most disappointing season.
It's hard to go from being a team on the rise to where you are now.
It would be Cleveland, Todd. But see, before you say too much, Mr. Think You the Champion, we probably got about 4 complaints to the commissioner on your ass. So you
For what? For what?
Whoa! Mr. Cowboy, what happened to the smile?
Well, I'm wondering what the complaints were about. I mean, I take this very seriously.
Yes,
I have to answer to sponsors. Hey, man. Matter of fact, I'd like to thank my sponsors. Can I take a minute to thank my sponsors?
You can thank anybody you wish to.
All right, I'd like to thank.
No, he is banned from the show.
Well, my sponsors, and I definitely need to mention them so I can get paid. But Mitchum Deodorant, Jergens Lotion, and Wilson Apparel. And then of course my inner mic. I better take this thing off, man, making my neck break out.
It's gonna be green in the morning.
And so is his neck because of wearing it. Yes.
And y'all don't understand, but Tobby on that stuff. But I saw the show last week, but you didn't say nothing about who was leading the Pick'em crew. I'm leading this week. You ain't say nothing about the Pick'em crew this week. I want to understand what the problem is. You had to wait till the end of the show to say I was winning. Tell Rick the reporter I'm coming him. Tell the reporter I'm coming after him. Oh boy, y'all don't know, boy. But the worst thing, now the most disappointing team, I'll take that hands down, Cleveland Browns.
Yeah,
I won't argue that. And I'm hearing now from all the dead ass Pittsburgh Steelers fans that were dead and buried now calling me. I'm like, y'all didn't call nobody all season.
All year. Yeah. They just will not die, man. They won't die. Yeah.
You don't know how bad I rooted for the Raiders just to kneel on the ball to keep Pittsburgh out of the playoffs.
Me too, man.
Just kneel on the ball.
You did that because of Jeff. And they don't know the person when he talks about the Steelers. But it's crazy.
I wanted a tie.
That's what happened.
I wanted a tie too. I wanted Pittsburgh to be at home with Cleveland.
Exactly.
Right.
They got a hell of a coach, guys. I mean, never had a losing season. I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm biased that he's a black man.
Right.
Maybe I'm biased that he's a member of the greatest fraternity in the world.
I wanted a tie.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased.
You say, you don't say, huh?
Let's be. I got to give you a little juice. I like that DC hat. That's kind of cool.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you, sir.
Other than that shit that Cowboy fan wears.
Horrible.
Don't hate. You sound like your brother now.
who just texted me conveniently talking about he's still in the how long y'all gonna be on. I'm like, we ain't gonna be on all night waiting on you.
Right.
Mister, I got so much to say. I said, no, we'll see. That's your roommate, Todd.
I know, man. I take him though. Like I said, 80% great, 20% so, but that 80%. Yes, sir. Matter of fact, just a little bit of full circle. Kev took me to a thing in one of the Hall of Fame thing in Alabama, and I got a chance to meet Everson Walls probably about 10 or 15 years ago. It was a Hall of Fame celebration they were having. I think it was in Birmingham. That's where it was. Yeah. And that was pretty exciting. So,
what, to be in Alabama?
Well, no, not Alabama, but to meet Everson Walls, because he was a childhood hero, you know.
Okay, he that much older than you?
Huh?
He that much older than you?
We might have been the same. What was his era?
Rick?
Early 80s.
Yeah, we were about the same age.
In the 90s. Yeah, he was born in 59.
He was a childhood hero of yours, huh?
Well, okay. Look, I'm still in my childhood, you know.
Oh my goodness.
I see you. Ain't nothing you can do but shake your head on that, huh?
I was born in 58, so you know.
You need to put that beard out. That
ain't beer, Mick. That ain't beer. That's cowboy juice.
Rick, that's like that Omega oil those Q dogs be talking about.
Exactly.
That's just a little bit of coffee.
So who's coming out now? Who's getting ready to advance this weekend, gentlemen? Silence.
San Francisco.
Oh.
Fuck it. Start it off. That's right. I said it. That's right. I said it.
I see you, George.
San Francisco and Tampa.
I actually think it's going to be chalk, though. I think Dallas. Let me see. I wrote it down. I think Dallas, the Rams, and the Bucks win, and I think the Bengals and Buffalo and KC win. I think it's going to hold true to form this week. You know, but it's going to be interesting. I think the season was a great season. It started off. Really, the first 2 weeks, I thought it was some good football games, especially on Thursday night, Dallas and Tampa Bay. And then the second weekend, I think it was the Giants in Washington on Thursday. That was a 30-29. Just some good games in this first 2 weeks. Baltimore beat Kansas City 36-35. And then the season ended good last week too. It was exciting. You know, I thought the Rams and San Francisco, Arizona, Seattle, good games. Indy went down to Jacksonville and just folded up. Why
did they take a timeout? They were getting ready to play for the tie.
They were going to play for a tie. They were going to play. I don't understand, man. I'd be pissed at that coach if I was on that team. Same way I'd be pissed at Baltimore's coach, you know, when he went for 2 points a couple times during the season instead of taking the tie. You know, that pretty much cost them the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, Baltimore is going to be extremely hard to beat next year with all the guys they had that were hurt. And they still went in the running until Lamar, who wasn't having a real good career, got hurt. He wasn't having a real good season as it was, you know, and you know, he's like Baker. You know, he's fifth year. You know, Baltimore hadn't signed him. You know, they haven't signed him. So his fifth year is next year, too. And what part of it is they don't like dealing with his agent. You know who his agent is, right?
No.
His mom.
Oh. Look, better not say nothing about her.
Right. You sure better not. In fact, she coached a bunch of those guys growing up in the little league down there when they were little boys. And they tried to get Baker to come down there and work with him one off season. Baker thought, "Nah, I already heard about your mom. I'm not going
Damn.
She don't play,
Wow.
boy." Even Sports Diva was talking about his mama. She knew that was his mama, and he kept the money in the house, in the family. So they trying to drive a pretty good bargain. He was on his way to it, till maybe this year. What they do is they were going to be able to, with all the guys they had out, when they pay him, when you pay that NFL quarterback money, you got to show he can win without having all the resources around him.
Right.
Because he's taking up the money from everybody, which is just what's going to happen with Baker. Baker he got everything around him and still can't win. I don't see where they can afford to give him all that, even though Cleveland came out the other day and said he's the quarterback, going in next year. But what else could they say? He's a quarterback until he ain't.
Right, that's right. That's exactly what I said when I heard that, because he I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, they might not invest, but I believe Baltimore will invest, though. I mean, I don't think they're going to let Lamar get out of there. And Lamar's going to make good money, too. He's going to make Mahomes money, And
I think the Baltimore organization, they drafted a kid. They went and signed a kid that was undrafted that played in the same style that Lamar Jackson played in, so they don't have to redo their whole offense if he got hurt.
Make a ton of sense. Yeah, make a ton of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and he played well in Lamar Jackson.
Yes, he
He
did.
did play well in his absence.
Yes,
he did.
Yeah.
He did. He almost brought him back a couple of times. He did a good job.
Yeah, played very well in his absence.
All right.
But see, Corey got a point though. He got it on there. Thanks for the top 10 picks, Seattle. I mean, they get ready to be able to get a couple difference makers in there to help them out next year.
Who was that?
The Jets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the Jets and Philly both have 2 top 10 picks, if I'm correct.
No, it's the Giants. It's the Giants.
Giants. Okay. Yeah, I know it was somebody in the East.
On them New York teams. Yeah.
They both need it.
Les, what y'all gonna do at quarterback, man?
Don't know. I have no idea.
He played for
I don't know. I'm waiting. I mean, I really have no idea. I have no idea who's coming up on free agency. I mean, you can't go back to Kirk Cousins. Yeah. I know the Vikings are gonna move on from him. So I have no idea. I mean, Fitzpatrick's only on a 1-year deal. He's hurt, coming off of surgery, and he's old. He ain't Tom Brady. You got Heineken. We see what his short pop arm can do. Can't push the ball down the field. Can't make the deep throw. So who the hell knows? I'm stuck like Chuck, just like everybody else. I have no clue.
Well, I tell you who I hope it isn't, and that's Deshaun Watson. I'm supposedly following this whole new rebrand that's coming in February and the whole other crap that's going on there. I don't think any PR department, HR department, whoever would recommend him coming here unless by some magical way all his legal troubles completely disappear. Then maybe, yeah, but other than that, we ain't got a chance. That's not going to happen. I'd maybe pick it in the draft, but we're at 11. Does he fall to us? Maybe, yeah. So other than that, there's got to be some kind of other free agent answer because Heineken ain't it, and Fitzpatrick ain't it. So he ain't on the team. Wow.
I like the Deshaun Watson answer though, because I feel like he fit in with the Washington culture. Everything that's been going on out there.
Yeah, the old culture. Thank you.
Saying,
Thank you.
He said that's the old culture.
Thank you.
He fit in with the Washington culture, huh?
I mean,
right. And which fan is this coming from?
The few reports that we can see on the few pages.
Ain't no reports, baby. You know how I go down. Ain't no reports.
They're not releasing that information, huh?
It's not. It ain't written down. It's verbal, non-binding. You know how it go. You got to play the rich white folk game. If you don't know, now you know. Verbal. Nothing. Nothing can defeat the shield. Come on. Everybody knows this.
Well, you say nothing to see here.
Nothing can bring down the shield. Nothing to see here. It's all white.
You wouldn't know.
Better than the
That's all you
government.
got. You don't
Better
have a
believe it.
mascot, a logo, anything. Washington football team.
You guys saw with Grady and the cheating Patriots and the game. You act like you've not seen this before. Nothing defeats the shield. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Just happened in my organization. Got caught up in. Don't care. Hey, I like it when it helps me. Whatever. Nothing defeats the shield. It ain't coming out. Nothing to see here. Move on. New chapter. 2-2-22. Holla at me.
He say holla at me. He say holla at me. Oh, boy, Rick. I don't know about your boys here.
Hey, this was your idea. Extra buck. This was your idea. I just got the characters who fit in.
Yes, you did. You did get the characters who fit in. Absolutely, you did.
They my fam, though. Love y'all.
Yeah, I made no mistakes about it. You know, we're 7-9 team. That's exactly what we were last year. I mean, we're the same. Yeah, you know, just like everybody else. We're missing pieces, blah blah blah. But yeah, we don't have a quarterback. Until then, we can't be nothing else. But I think the defense made strides once they figure out where they're going to play Jamin Davis, wherever they're going to finally figure out where to play him. You know, he looks like he's definitely going to be a star and a force in the league. I'm glad they finally figured out where to play Landon Collins so he can be effective. But you know, other than that, you know, the whole linchpin is us finding a quarterback. Until then, we'll be mediocre and rumbling along with the Giants and scraping by with Philly in the middle, you know, in the middle of the division. You know, and that's what it is. What it is. But fuck it, we did beat Tampa Bay this year though, so you kiss my ass on that. Had to get that one in. Man lost twice in Dallas, but we beat Tampa Bay. Kiss my ass.
Damn.
You know. Last year you joined me in the playoffs, but you know it's okay. You can say that.
Don't care. That was our playoffs. Leave me alone. Say what I had to say. Sound great. Leave me alone. Move on. Nothing to see here. Keep trying to tell y'all. Nothing defeats the shield.
Yeah.
Weren't they supposed to pick a new nickname today or this week?
Hey, 2-2-22. I told you, Coach. Holler at me then. Holler at me in February. 2-2-22. So that you know we're good. Nothing defeats the shield. That's all I gotta say.
Wow. My boy say
2-2-22. Got a few more weeks there, Coach. We'll be in there.
We have a local Tallahassee legend. We have Grady the second. No, I was trying to add the part where it had your information from the pickup crew, how it went and everything.
Oh, you need to find that, man.
Why I need to find that?
But that needs to be on record. There we go. Move it over a little bit. Look at all them green numbers. Those green numbers mean I had the best week. So look and count mine in case the reporter thought there was going to be a tie anyway. I had about 6 or 7 weeks where I had the best record. He had like 3 or 4 maybe. Move it over, Mick.
It's gonna move on its own. I can't move it like that, Mr. Dallas Cowboy. If you take that little Scully off, you'll be able to think a little bit.
Now move it over.
Bust his ass, Coach. Bust his MFL ass.
I don't know what's wrong with you Cowboy fans.
You made me take my chain off. I took my hat off. Now move it over.
Now you took that chain
and I would also like to point out, I believe it's week 15 where I win a perfect 10 for 10.
Uh-oh. and it's coming to this. Rick, Todd, you talking that noise. The reporter was right there with you. The land was right there with you. What like you kind of ran away with the thing now?
Well, they were.
No, it wasn't. We all three of us, all four of us were right there. You did it.
Yeah, but I
good
won.
picking.
But I won.
You did.
Right.
You did.
So and I had more winning weeks than anybody else too. So I was more consistent. But that's here nor there. I do appreciate the competition. And I hope we can do it again next year. Huh?
If it was neither here nor there, why are you talking about it?
Well, no, that's what we came on the show to talk about it, right?
Because it's the highlight of his week. That's the highlight of his week. After they lose to San Francisco, that's the highlight of his week.
You know, generally the things you say they don't come true. So you like, so maybe
on the show, on the podcast,
huh? I hear you.
Hey, Coach, wait a minute. Yes, Coach, since we are calling people out here, every week I kept hearing someone say, well, as long as I beat the reporter, as long as I beat the reporter, Sports Diva, as long as I beat the reporter, Sports Diva, I love you.
Sports Diva? Oh, come
I
on,
love you, Sports Diva. But if you're going to come in here with the big boys, never mind.
Hey, they always tell you, if you're going to be able to run with the big dogs, you got to be able to pee in the tall weeds.
No, see, I like Sports Diva. I do. I mean, I appreciate it. I love her to death. But, she talks a lot of shit. And so sometimes...
Rick, if you're going to run with the big dogs, you got to be able to pee in the tall weeds. Right?
I think.
Love you, Diva.
You're going to run with the big dogs. That's all I'm just saying.
Look, I just want Diva to show her face. But
ain't going to happen, Captain.
You need to move that over, man.
Sports Diva that made a comment talking about, I know where you live.
Damn.
In caps, she said, I know where you live. Got a little quiet. Cam, they've been blistering the Browns on here.
Oh, he's here.
They know where you live.
What's up, Nick?
Brother KC.
Yes, sir.
What up, Money?
What's up, Lamp?
All right. Did you see? You came on a little late, but earlier I was channeling my inner Micah Parsons.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now his neck hurts.
Hey, then my neck starts itching.
And the green started running down on his $150 Cowboy jersey. He had to take that shit off. He was about to become a Philadelphia Eagle fan. Oh, and then Corey all on talking about what the Baker Mayfield, what y'all got at quarterback? Y'all at home now with just like us. Y'all blew up. Oh yeah. Oh, we was the butt of jokes now. Corey, the only person he messed with was the Browns. He ain't say nothing about nobody else. He even let Les get away.
So what team was Corey picking?
Jets.
Oh, damn.
But the question became, who had the more disappointing season?
Well, wait a minute. Why you got to get all that damn bass in your voice?
Well, I just wanted to catch you up with things.
Well, and second, what's wrong with the screen? Why we got that up there? I can't see you, Lampley.
You need to move the screen over first of all, and then you can get rid of it. We need to see the end results.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so what was the question? Who had the most disappointing season?
Yeah, the Jets or the Browns.
What difference does it make?
What kind of answer is that?
Obviously, it's one that I don't want to answer. What difference does it make who had the most disappointing season? Your ass did. The Cowboys.
No, I'm still flying high.
Yeah, well, your wings about to get clipped.
Well, that's what George said, but we'll see. We'll see.
I told him, Kev, he didn't run away with it. You know, y'all were kind of neck and neck on that thing.
Yeah, well, I was right there until I got COVID.
And all the picks started to just blur together.
I pick everybody.
That's it, KC. That's my excuse, man. That's definitely my excuse.
Oh, so Lance ass won.
Yeah,
by
Hey,
one.
That's why you
Kev.
talking all that shit, KC. That's why you
didn't
talking
hear
all
me-
that shit.
You didn't hear me thank my sponsors either, Kev.
Yeah, well, I know you cheated most of the time.
See?
I'm confused. I am really confused. How do you cheat in pick'ems?
That's what we want to know. How did you cheat in pick'ems?
Hey, y'all roommates, y'all know what the other one is liable to do.
Yeah, that's a
I,
point.
I didn't used to be like this.
Rick, you were right there with him, Rick. Rick, you were right there. You were right there. For a while, it was just a 4-person race. Y'all were like 1 and 2 games separating each other.
Right. Yeah, it was tight. It definitely was tight.
What the hell?
Hey, someone didn't like that comment.
Somebody didn't. Gentlemen, it breaks my heart to have to send a gift certificate to Todd Lamb.
Nick, I don't understand that. That hurts my heart. That it hurts your heart. They have to send it to me.
Okay, good. Then I'll just keep it in, and everybody's heart is fine. You don't have to worry about it. Y'all done ran somebody off, ain't you?
Hey, where's my certificate too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Certificate.
The Cleveland Browns Pro Shop.
In that case, I donated to George.
I definitely don't want it. I definitely don't want it.
Pro Shop. Hey, I like that. Yeah.
Hey, George, you all right?
I'm good. No complaints. Just been working. Glad to be back on here.
If I remember, you a Bucks fan, right?
Always.
Oh, with you too, George. Don't anybody.
Oh, that's...
Clifton, you've been kind of quiet for the hot boy, whatever the hell your name was.
He ain't on here.
So Clifton,
that's why I've been quiet.
My mic ain't working.
I hear you, Cliff, but you're soft.
Oh, I'm soft, huh?
I think you took that to a whole different meaning.
Hey, Cliff, you had me wondering. I'm like, what's up there? Because you keep looking up. I'm like, what?
No, man. Come on now.
Well, that is a good question. What are you looking at?
like that movie, Don't
Man,
Look Up.
Multitasking, man. Multitask,
Okay.
you know.
All right.
And he still avoids the question. Ain't telling us what he's looking at.
Right. Hadn't said anything.
Look, I guess we
multitask, man. Multitasking.
All right.
This actually came from a suggestion by one of our viewers when we did our first NFL show. And they was their suggestion that we do what we did. The only thing I don't like is I wish it was a way, Todd, you might be able to help me since you be cheating so much. I would like if we all kind of knew what the other person's picks were going into the weekend.
Well, you do know 5 minutes before the game.
5 minutes before but I'm saying in terms of what we do on the show to be able to have it so we could add it.
Oh, I got you. Well, that might
like
be
the interaction, and they liked it. Was their suggestion. They said, "Man, hey, we like those guys that you had on there with the NFL show," and it said that if we could get, you need to do a pick'em thing where you pick the winners for the upcoming week and stuff. And said, just y'all, I mean, to get everybody on every week is a lot to ask. but to just kind of do it in a way where we can at least put it up before the game, like to have so people will have an idea of who picked who.
I think that's possible, Mick. I'd have to look into it, but I think we could just move the deadline instead of 5 minutes, maybe to Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, so Coach, you actually can do that. Todd typically doesn't like to do that because that's part of his game. That's how he gets his cheating in. He waits 5 minutes before the game, but you can move it up to anywhere. You can do it Thursday. You can do it Friday.
Okay. And then once the deadline passes, then it'll show everybody's picks. Once they can't be changed anymore, it'll show their picks. So then you can show it.
Don't act like you contributing to finding a response now after Kevin had to set your ass straight again.
Kevin basically said the same thing that I said with a little extra bullshit on
the he didn't volunteer it until now though, right?
Right.
A minute ago, he was looking. He was like my boy Cliff. He was looking up all the.
Hey, Kev. What we can do.
Boy, y'all wow, boy. God, dog. Boy, I can't win for losing.
Multitasking.
Hey, but we get a lot of comments. They say, some people say, hey, when y'all get together, say y'all just like my uncles and my family members all together sitting around a barbecue chopping it up. Y'all just got something to say about everybody. Y'all just, they say, remind me of being home at a cookout. I said, yeah, well, that's always what we talked about. Can we remember we used to call it the Homeboy Network?
I thought this was it. I was like, what the hell? Thank you.
I just want to know who's bringing the potato salad and who's cooking it. That's all I want to know. Because I don't trust y'all.
Right.
Oh, damn.
If you feel that way about it, you need to bring it. Then you ain't got to worry about it.
Hello.
Wow.
So what you think? We might need to do it again before the NFL draft to talk about what we need to be doing.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Are you a bobblehead, Don, or are you just saying, yeah, you agree?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hey, I want to know what Corey thinks because he's gonna be at the top of the draft. So, Corey, what you think?
Woo. Ouch.
I'm all in. I'm good with it.
As long as they don't have no lightning games, right, C?
Yeah, pretty much. Which I don't know. When is the draft? It's in what is it? Late
April.
May now, right?
From
April to May.
Oh wow.
I don't know. They always move stuff back and hold on. NFL always moves something back.
Well, their whole thing is to stay in the news all year round, and they generally do a heck of a job of doing that.
Yeah,
April 28th.
Yeah, it's the same weekend. Last weekend in April.
Okay. Yeah. I thought the league did a great job though this year, man. I think obviously it was a lot of competition because everybody was right there in the middle. But I just think it was a lot. They said ratings were up. Just a lot of good football being played, man. I really enjoyed the season. And
that's coming from somebody whose team wasn't forced to play 2 games with 17 players on the COVID list. That figures it. The league did a great job, Todd.
Okay, well, I mean, Kevin, and I told you this probably 30 years ago, it's something in the bottom of the lake, man. We can't help it. It's just y'all are never going to have any luck because it's just something in the bottom of Lake Erie, man. It's just not going to let it happen. You know, next year you might have to play 3 games in 10 days.
Well, we did do that.
Oh. Okay.
Now, what happens as we go through these playoffs if one of these teams really does get a COVID hit going through there?
Man, that's a good question, man. Well,
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either. And from my understanding, if once a guy gets COVID They don't even test him again. Is that what you guys understand?
Well,
They
I have no
change
idea.
these rules so much.
No, if you're not.
Huh?
They change him up so long.
If
I mean,
you're,
so many times.
I mean, the rules are different for the players that are vaccinated as compared to the ones that are not vaccinated. So
Right.
it's a different standard. I think the ones that are not vaccinated still get tested. If not every day, get tested multiple times a week. They have to deal with that.
Well, they also changed it. They said if you weren't
That's my
showing symptoms, they weren't going to test you. Which doesn't make that sound to me like we get ready to bury our head in this, and
That's
we not
right.
getting ready to
Bless
That's exactly what they're saying, because they need this to go through without a hitch.
Yeah, they need to make that money, so
Right.
nothing to take away from that.
Right. What they say, COVID be damned.
Pretty much, and they went from 10-day quarantine to 5 days.
5, right?
So that that's
Everybody did that though. That's not exclusive to the NFL.
Yeah.
That was actually a C thing. So they just followed what the government gave them. If you don't, you can go from a 10 to a 5 day to symptoms. So that was an NFL thing. That was a CDC thing. That was something that Mike's done. That was something that the NBA has done. They've all done that. So that's nothing. They haven't changed anything there. They just progress with the times.
Right.
So
yeah, that's interesting. All that happened right after the Browns had to play 3 games without players. That's interesting.
What was the record in those 3 games?
Because I'm
0-3.
sure nobody cares about the Browns. Nobody cares. They don't want to see them.
Coming from a team that ain't won but 3 games in 2 years.
Nobody cares. We had to play a game with Brad Gilbert at quarterback, so nobody cares.
Brad Gilbert is good though.
Yeah, okay. You shitting me?
He is good. He played a game for me last year.
Last year, it's 2022. So you shit me. I can't use it. Fuck. He ain't Brad Johnson. So shit.
Brad Johnson is good.
Brad Johnson played for Dallas, didn't he?
Yeah, Brad Johnson did also for a little bit.
Yes. Granted, now what he was probably best at.
Listen, I told you that Ryan Fitzpatrick. I told you that in the season. That was a bad idea.
Well, I don't know. I really Ryan Fitzpatrick kind of put a little fear in me because I think he can play. Just unfortunately he got hurt. And he was definitely better than anything they had.
We'll never know.
He can play, but he's not going to win. I mean, there's guys that can play. There's quarterbacks out there that can play, but they're not going to win you anything. Carson Wentz can play, but as we saw this past week, when it comes time to winning, he's going to run somewhere and hide.
Right.
And that's what I was saying about the Fitzpatrick thing. He's not going to win you. He's not going to get you anywhere. He's just going to clog up your depth chart. He's going to keep you from developing a young guy. Like, he's a hindrance to your team.
And as far as I'm concerned, that's all good because nobody wants the Redskins to be good anyway. So,
I know what you're talking about.
It's personal, Les, not to you, but it's personal.
It's all good. It's all good. We're watching. I don't know this Redskin name you think about.
I meant to say Redskins.
And if you don't know, it's a whole new rebranding on 2/2/22. Come see me.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I hope you rebrand the damn owner.
2/2/22, baby. It's a whole change going on.
I think the football team end up with Russell Wilson, though. That's one thing.
Wow.
Who was that?
That's what I think's gonna happen.
Where do you
Russell
think he's
Wilson.
gonna end up?
Oh,
I
I
think
hope
he's gonna end
Tom
up in
Brady
Washington.
retire and we get him.
Ooh, so you try? Oh, now you trying to retire Tom Brady?
Yeah, he need to hang it up after he win this year.
Well,
I'll second that. Yeah, we got to start over. He can't be here forever.
Tom ain't hanging it up. Y'all can.
no,
We know he not.
Y'all
We know he
can
not.
relax. Man.
Yeah, he had a great season, man.
Tom got 5 more years in the body.
Right.
He'll be quarterback in the 60s.
Tom led the NFL. Listen, he ain't retiring. He ain't going
He's
nowhere.
not. He's definitely not retiring.
So
Gotta
Tampa
save
Bay,
up
why
some-
would you
for
want
some more
Tom Brady to
Bitcoins.
retire?
I mean, y'all think about this with Brady. You know, when he was Brady was he was starting to struggle in New England near the end of the season. So he goes to Tampa. There's things that happen in Boston in November and December that don't happen in Central Florida. It doesn't get cold. Your body can hold up a lot better. That's why he's able to play at the high level that he is now, because he's around these warm climates. His joints aren't hurting when he wakes up in the morning in sub-zero temperatures. So he got another probably 4 or 5 more years in this Florida heat. Dude is a freak, man. The dude freak, straight up.
I don't know. Our defense bailed him out a few times. Nobody like to talk about his turnovers.
All right.
I mean, what
He
can we
led
expect
the
though when-
NFL in passing this year. Man, threw for 5,200 yards.
I mean, but what can we,
y'all need to chill out.
what can we
Threw for
expect with Tom
5,200
Brady though
yards.
when he's passing 100 times a game? Like we just set the completion record too. Like that's he's good at. For me, I think he's doing a great job because he's doing the same offense, kind of, sort of, that got Jameis Winston in trouble. He's just not turning the ball over 30 times a year. I'll take 12 interceptions, throwing 50 times a game every week. Because the first couple of weeks, he got in trouble for not even running the ball. Like,
Right, but
I got a
it's
game with
only
8 carries. Come on now.
yeah, I got to bring it, but it's almost like when you get in New England because they use the short passing game as a running game, at times. So I mean, that's how you get 50, 60 passing games. Those little short passes are working. You only need 10 yards for a first down. If you gain 3-4-3, first down. And you gain more than 7, so yardage completion.
Les, I think you underestimating Brady this year. He done thrown a lot of deep balls too to Mike Evans and them.
Yeah,
He ain't
I
just big
don't.
that Harris boy and them from New England. He throwing it.
Yeah, I don't underestimate Tom Terrific at all. At all.
Don't put him in the Deacon Dunk Dak stuff, man. Come on, don't do that.
And especially right before Godwin got hurt, I would have been like lights out. Yeah, pick Tampa Bay.
I appreciate that.
Well,
What you say,
gentlemen, I
G?
appreciate y'all.
Not dink and dunk like Dak.
I just need Dak to hit the side of a barn. That's all I need.
Yeah, what is their record? 13-4, 12-5. I mean, I can't. Yeah, I can't. You can't argue with that. Whatever works. Good luck to them. But on that note, fellas, it was good picking with y'all. I got to bow out. I'm at a previous engagement that I got to get back to. But I will see y'all on the next broadcast. Coach and Rick, thank you, and you guys let me know.
Hey, Les, who's your Super Bowl pick?
All right, my man, for sure.
And we are getting ready.
Okay, from coming out of the NFC, I'm gonna go with the Packers because you're gonna have to go through. It's gonna in the NFC Championship. It's gonna be Tampa Bay and Green Bay. Chalk holes there. But anyway, that you're gonna run through Lambeau in January, where we all know nobody wants to go through that. Nobody wants to go through that coldness.
We just did it.
Man, hey man, it gets even colder in January. I don't think you want to do that. Playoffs.
What you mean we don't want to do it? We just did it.
Bruh.
Les, can I ask you?
That wasn't cold, but anyway, He asked me for my pick. My pick is Green Bay. I don't think y'all gonna go up there and do it twice in a home. Just what happened. Coming
Gentlemen, we're gonna have
yeah,
to wrap
coming out of the AFC.
Gentlemen,
Go ahead, coach. Go ahead, coach.
thank you. We're gonna have to wrap this up. We've been way over time. We appreciate everybody and the time that they've taken to be here. Kev, we appreciate you kind of getting in on the end. Glad that you were able to get in, kind of muzzle your roommate up a little bit. We will talk again.
Can I ask one quick question?
Hey man, we're over time. The sponsor's gonna
goodbye.
We're gonna get fined.
I want my gift card.
Button, coach.
The Cleveland Browns Pro Shop. Thank you, gentlemen.
I can sell it on the street.
Appreciate
you. A lot
y'all.
of sales for stuff in here too. You buy one, get 10 free.
Look, I'll be in Dayton selling it too.
Stay up to date with the latest from INSiiGHTS. Visit our website at INSiiGHTS.com. 2 I's in the middle. INSiiGHTS.
INSiiGHTS is a copyright of Mac4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mac4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of Mac4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on INSiiGHTS represent their independent thoughts and representations.
We appreciate you, brothers, and we will be in touch again, except for Todd, real soon.
Later, fellas.